Okay, Brian did pop in, and I think what I'll have to do is try to figure out the splicing thing. I haven't figured that out yet. It's not his fault. I think what I'm gonna put in my Amazon cart for Christmas is a flashing red light so that I can have it out on the kitchen island when I'm filming, so he knows. I made a little sign, but I keep forgetting to put it out, and he was ignoring it anyway, so I have to figure something else out. He feels bad when he does it, but what are we to do? He's allowed to walk in his own house. So a little bit of glue and more clamps. I think these other ones can probably come off now. Just want to fold that in a bit more. Just kind of rolling it with my thumb. It's right on the... He brought me in some Happy Mail, so I can't really be mad at him. He's making me happy. Okay, so that's the edges of the cover, the sides. Now the top and bottom, I think we'll do the pink. I do have purple, but I think the pink works better in this case. And this is nice and long, it'll do it. So I don't think this tore very easily, so I'm gonna zigzag this if it will. It didn't want to cut very easily at all, this fabric. I think someone sent me this. It doesn't cut or tear. I mean, I know my scissors aren't the greatest too, but see that? It just doesn't want to cooperate. I have to kind of gnaw at it. I used to know a guy that sharpened these things. I don't know if he still does it. I wonder if it would help if it was like doubled up. Might not give me an even cut. Sometimes that's the problem when you don't have enough thickness. It did go a little easier. And I'm just gonna have this coming up onto that acidy green. And I don't know what I'm gonna do here yet. It might end up being like decorated with die cuts or something. But I'll let that overlap that much. Glue right along that edge and right in here, just for, I'm going to be wrapping it around, but this desk is going to need a good cleanup. And I'm done here. I've got a good edge there, so maybe I'll start there. And I'm going to let that be jagged. I kind of like that. I don't really know how rustic I want this, but the pattern's pretty rustic, so I'm going to go with the jagged edge. And I'm going to this on this pink stripe. And then that's going to wrap around to the back. And again, mostly the glue stick will do. Kind of using a lot of glue stick to try to get it embedded in the fibers of the fabric. And then I'm also just going to, in this case, just do this. Some of these strings. This is going to be underneath, this edge is going to be underneath the pattern paper cover. So it doesn't matter what it's doing. And it doesn't really matter if I can see a little bit of the writing through, because it won't be visible either. Just kind of want to get that like stretched tight around the cardboard. And then it needs a little bit more here at the end. Just to hold that down. I'm liking this so far. And then on this side, again, that's going to be visible inside here. I think I'll use this edge and just have it like that. Down in here, I'm not sure. I might end up doing some collaging with the instructions or the tissue paper or something. But I'll just do, I don't even know if the glue stick will, I guess it will run along there. And I'm covering up my torn edge, which I tried so hard to get. And that can go there. I'm pretty much camouflaging that blue. Not that I don't want that, but it's just what's happening. And I should probably cut a strip off of this to save some, because I don't need all that. So I'm going to cut it here. Cuts a lot better with the normal scissors, even though these ones aren't very sharp either. They cut a lot of paper. They're not my best pair, but I use them a lot. Okay, so this is gonna go right around here. This would be a place where you would want to use your silicone thing instead of your fingers, but here I am using my fingers. Pulled away on me because I hadn't used tacky glue. So I'm going back and putting some tacky glue. And just manipulating that little scrap there that's loose so that it'll lay down. You can see I've had a couple of instances lately when I've looked at my video later and I can't see what I'm doing. I hate that for you guys. Okay, so now I can put this cover on, just deciding whether I want to ink it. I don't think so. I think it's good in its natural state. So I'm going to put a nice amount of the glue stick all over the front. And then put that into the crease of the pattern. I'm going to use my bone folder on that just to get it nice and smooth. Again, I've got some spots there that are fragile. I want to get those glued down, but I'm going to go ahead and do this first. So I need to fix this little spot. Run some glue stick down that. Sorry to cover you up, beautiful man, but you're not part of the plan today. Things falling all over me. Craft-a-lanch. I'm having a craft-a-lanch. It's kind of going crooked, but I'm just going to let it because I don't want to peel it up for one thing. I think it's fine. I think it's really kind of cool and rusticy. I don't want it too perfect, and I have a tendency to try to make things better and I then make it worse than it was. So I'm just gonna let this be how it wants to be. It's kind of like doing wallpaper and you're trying to go around corners and then it doesn't go straight. Just let it do what it wants. Doesn't feel like it needs any. Here it does. Because I didn't glue down this far, because I didn't think it was going to come down this far. Oh, it's so cute already. I do have, what have I got? I should get something that's kind of furry. I've got some fake fur anywhere. Just maybe some velour or something for a page edge or something, or fake fur right here would be cute. And how is this back looking? Feels like it wants the same thing back here because I didn't glue down that far with the glue stick. And then I'll just go all the way up this edge. And then, that's pretty much my cover. I don't know what I'm going to do there yet, but I want to let this dry. And it gives me a nice sturdiness on the front cover with this fabric. So maybe some more of the fabric would be a good idea. It'll be in behind a notepad, which I'm not sure what the notepad will be made of yet. So that's the herringbone, and maybe a pink. I don't think I've used any of the pinks that I had. Got some ones that are a little bit on the bright side, but maybe I'll use that anyway. I think it's the same fabric. And it's actually kind of cool the way I can cut it around this, cut it and fit it kind of thing. And then that'll give some weight, some more weight to the cover. And then maybe a different strip up here to reinforce the spine where I'm gonna sew it on. I don't mind that this is over and that's under. I'm not gonna let that bug me. But I do wanna fit this kind of snugly. Actually, I could go down to where that's kind of even. And then just actually these ones might be sharper. Yep. See how that fits. Pretty good. Maybe what I'll do is just color that with a black magic marker just so that it kind of disappears. It's a woodworking trick. It's going to make my pink not so pretty here, but I just don't want that blue showing. Not that it likely matters that much, but trying to color glue now. Clean off the tip of my marker. Not very often use black magic marker, Sharpie, in a junk journal. Well, maybe you do. I don't. So there, that's pretty good. You don't really notice the blue. It's black now. And then I can glue that on. Same way I did the green. I raise my stick a good 1/8 of an inch and press pretty hard to get lots of glue. And it's pretty warm too. It's a warm day today. I have the fan going. It's fall, but it's just another little bit of Indian summer, I guess. Getting a bit of a gluey mess on the table. I just want to straighten this. Oh no, I can't because I'm exposing the white underneath, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to peel this back to put a row of tacky glue, or else it will eventually lift. It was stuck down pretty good, but no, it wouldn't stay that way. It's so much fun to just kind of do it. I've been thinking about it for months and months, but I didn't plan it. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of had ideas in my head, and I watched a couple videos, but not really. I wasn't really paying attention to them. And I just I know that if I just follow my heart, it'll be the best. Now, like I said, something fuzzy would be nice. Can't think of anything. There's some dark brown here that I had that was kind of like mohair looking. Dark brown, but it's almost black. The gray or the white would be good. Some white, but I'm afraid it's not going to stay white, so I think I'll use gray. I just don't want anything that dark. So that I want just for here. I'm going to cut it, but I'm not going to glue it down yet because I might change my mind on that. See, it cuts through heavier fabrics better. Still gives me a little bit of trouble. I know I have a couple more pairs of these in my Etsy shop. I should really pull them out and see if any of them work better. Because the other thing I've found is that it's a different size than the natural edge, like not the natural edge, but the edge that the fabric samples have. Yeah, it's not good at all. Anyway, I'm not even sure that I'm going to use that, but I'm going to keep it out here on the desk. So that's the cover. I want to let it sit up overnight. It's feeling really nice and sturdy, but it's very wet feeling too. So I'm going to let it sit overnight and firm up. I'm going to put it under something heavy. And then the next video we'll come back and we'll work on the notepad and the signature and a tag or something to go in the pocket. I'm just happy to have it started because ever since I learned about junk journals and saw that people were using patterns to make them, I wanted to make one. And I've been shopping and shopping for patterns, and with Halloween coming and I saw this pattern with the costumes, I thought, oh, perfect. This is going to force me to do it because I want to do it for October. I don't want to wait a whole year. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this portion of it, and you're probably yelling at me through the screen of things to change. So just put it in the comments below. And then next time we make one together, we'll maybe do it your way. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. Most of all, have a great day.